I felt like I should make this quick video just to encourage, somebody out there. Also to test certain things that I am currently running on the side. I'm using my GoPro camera, and sometimes one way or the other, it just suddenly trips up. I don't know what is wrong with it. I've tried to update the camera, but the same thing happens over and over and again. But now I think the problem has been solved, and I felt like, okay, what do I do? Test something out, try to talk to somebody out there, encourage somebody. See, I want to tell you guys the need for you not to overcomplicate a video making process. See, I'm going to keep it very short because I'm presently cooking a PC, and hopefully PC should be ready in about 5 minutes or so. So this video is definitely going to be very, very short. A lot of you are overtaking this YouTube video making process. See, you are not alone. It also happened to me when I started making videos. I would overcomplicate this whole issue. I would think about the fact that my lighting wasn't perfect, my microphone wasn't perfect. Right now, I do not even have a mic. I'm using the microphone that comes directly from, the GoPro. I do not care. Of course, I have a Rode Wireless Go 2 or something like that. It's just right there in the corner. You see, if you want to complicate this process, you begin to think of the lighting. You begin to think of, your camera, the kind of camera you have doesn't have a lens. You begin to think of how you are sitting. Are you positioned in the middle or stuff like that? If you want to go that route, I'm telling you, you're going to be spending a lot of time and getting peanuts from this YouTube street. I'm telling you, the best way you make money is if you have a product-based business. Of course, we are in the day and age where you just have to merge your product-based business by also making content, creating awareness, building authority in the field. And this is the reason why video content creation is now part of the package. But the problem I see over and over again, which, like I said, also affected me, was that we tend to overcomplicate this process so that at the end of the day, some of us are spending 2 hours, 3 hours just trying to get out a piece of content. I'm going to tell you guys, the amount you get, from whatever you call it, the AdSense revenue or something like that, that you get from spending 2 hours is not commensurate to the amount of money you would have gotten if you have even worked a full-time job. Of course, I'm not, pissing on the YouTube revenue thing. I'm saying that if you had a product-based business, perhaps you sell laptops, you sell computers, desktop PCs, monitors, you are going to be better off when you sell one piece of that device. Sometimes you could make 40 or 50 euros. If I were to make 50 euros from YouTube, that's going to be pretty much like 7 days of having to wait for the YouTube revenue to actually build up. For one single transaction, I'm able to make like 60, 70 euros just selling one device, which took me less than 15 minutes to make. Of course, I had to bring the device, but if you have built systems and processes, you pretty much do not have to do a lot of work, bringing the device in and setting them up. Pictures have been made, listing template has been made. You do not need to release the item over and over and again. All you have to do is just to, update the price, update the quantity. You do a little bit of work and you get more money. But what I see is that people overcomplicate the process, spending 4 or 5 hours trying to get at the YouTube videos. And the video flops, time has been wasted. Of course, I'm not saying that the video flopping today is the end of the whole deal. It's going to add up later. The more you make content, the more you become better, the more you can improve your systems, and the more everything adds up and your channel eventually blows up. It's going to be better for it that you did make a whole lot of video. But what I have discovered is that it is much better for you to think less of this process. Think about just giving value to the people. Think about, just appearing on camera the way you are. Talk about what you do. Some people have got a lot of shit going on, good business, got good product, but because they are overthinking the video making process, they are holding themselves back. They do not want to spend 5 hours making video. I will tell you guys, if you are spending 5 hours today, 2025, making a YouTube video, you are doing something wrong. Of course, there used to be a time where you had to sit down, you had to edit the video, you had to polish it, you had to make sure everything was on point. But right now, I have done the math. I have a YouTube channel that is monetized. I have a functional e-day business, and I have done the comparison. You are better off spending a lot of time on your business, building your product-based business, than taking, overcomplicating the YouTube video making process. Of course, if you've got time on your hands, you can actually knock yourself out. Do whatever you want to do. Spend a lot of time thinking about how to get at just a simple video of you giving value to the next person. But if you want to win in this game, you don't want to be burnt out, You don't want to go crazy. You don't want the YouTube algorithm to drive you nuts. Overcomplicating the process of making video is the best way you can effectively destroy the little time you have as a business owner. Of course, my PC is ready. I have to go and do what I have to do. Hope this video helps you. If it did, please go ahead, like the video, consider subscribing to the channel. Until I see you again in the next one, peace.